Right. We're out of jail, folks. The YouTube authorities have decided. I don't know if it was the the dispute that I wrote or not, but bottom line is they took the community strike away from us, which is nice, and they actually undeleted the video that they had deleted, which I didn't even know they could do. So just so you know, if something's deleted, it's not necessarily deleted. It's like mostly deleted.
Yes.
But anyway, so that video is back up, but we made it private because we don't want to risk more complaints about it. So we're gonna at some point we're gonna do a new edited version of the hog butcher or the hog slaughtering videos. And leave out a few key pieces that obviously people have a problem with, and re-upload those, and then the complete unedited version that shows the actual death of the animal will only be available on the Patreon. So that's just the way we're gonna have to do it. So
yeah, so we'll just be, when we do slaughtering videos from now on, we'll just make sure that we do, an edited version that's YouTube friendly, because despite the warning and despite the age restriction on it, it still got removed there, even though it was temporary. We don't want to have to go through that headache constantly, and we'll just continue having an unedited version that we'll put on our Patreon channel. So, and we'll make sure that we post that at the end. So if there's a video that you see that says, to see the full video, go to that Patreon channel, and then you'll know what's going on. So, hello guys, hello. You actually got a notification, Wakey? That's awesome. Perfect. I know a lot of people have been saying they haven't been getting them. So, yes, we got paroled. We did, Guido. Yes. Yay. Hi, Bev. Yes, thank you. We did. Yes, we love our dogs. Skip. They were playing kind of rough there a minute ago because they get a little wound up sometimes. So here's what's going on too. We also we had the cable guy here yesterday for another issue, and he was really good at upselling. So he
he sold us an extender. So
right.
Since we have the
we
contour,
didn't really even sell it. It just sort of whatever. But anyway,
yeah, it came up.
Yeah. So he anyway. So now our internet out here is going to be a lot better. So our live streaming hopefully will be a lot better when we do our live streams outside.
Like right now.
Correct.
So we're on the Wi-Fi out here, and we're actually farther away from the house than we've been able to get in the past, and it seems like it's working fine. So also, just so you guys know, we have another video that was recently demonetized. I think it's got 80,000, almost 90,000 views, and it's the one about the crawfish boil. But they recently, somebody reviewed it and decided that it was not suitable for most advertisers, so they demonetized it. So, that's kind of a bummer for us. I have a pretty good idea of a couple of playful things that we had in there that, people apparently had a problem with. So we're going to re-edit that video as well at some point here in the near future, and repost.
He says he means him, because I don't know how to do that. I know how to start the live stream. He doesn't know how to do that, but I can't edit stuff, so that's his area of expertise right there. But
so we are going to go ahead and load that full version of the crawfish boil video to our Patreon, and then put a pared down edited version of it up on YouTube. For now, the unmonetized, unedited version is still up, so if you haven't checked that out yet, go check it out. And honestly, let us know your opinion about whether or not it should have been demonetized. I don't think there's a problem with that video, but whatever. So a couple other cool things going on. Meat birds. Hey, girls.
Girls. Hey, settle down. Thank you. Right on the court, of course. Yeah, we just got our first batch. We'll do 3 batches this year of our meat chickens, the Cornish cross. So we just got our first batch in the brooder. We're going to do a little bit of filming out there to work on a video about those. Tracy, can you take them inside? Thank you. running around acting crazy right now, of course, the minute we start filming, the minute we go live. So we'll show you our brooder and how we've got that set up in that video. And we've used this a few years now, and it seems to work really well. So we made a few improvements on it this year. So
Lundy.
hopefully that'll.
Hey, come here.
Because
Lundy.
you know your kids
Sit.
misbehave. You know that's
Sit.
what's happening right now. So.
Skylar, sit.
So we got that, and I had those peahens, the peafowls that I got, ended up all three being peacocks. So one of which escaped during the Santa Ana's. One of the flaps.
Inside.
I mean, that. Really,
I'll be right back.
This is going so well.
Let her go.
So,
Lundy.
Seriously. Okay. This is good times here, guys.
Nice with the ground.
All right. See, isn't that nice? Okay. So, sorry, guys. Let me fix this. Just, I have no idea what that's aimed at right now. So, we're going to see if that's even still. Okay, you're going to have to adjust this a little bit. Okay. Anyway, sorry, guys. That's what happens when your dogs run by. I gotta love that, right? We literally just yanked it off the tripod.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's good now. Thank you. So there you have it. Yes, vegans have their moments, don't they? YouTube connected, yes. So anyway, earthquake. I know. Sorry. Hopefully, somebody was just complaining too that sometimes our videos are too jerky. And I'm like, well, take that.
Take that.
That's my answer to that. I'm gonna have my dog run with the camera down the thing. So where were we? Peafowl. So anyway, one of them
peafowl.
got out. So I've been on the hunt for a peahen, a certified peahen, so that my boys will stick around. So peacocks reach maturity between ages 2 and 3, and well, they're at the point of lay and breeding and all of that. So, and that they'll really kind of hunker down. You can let them out before then, but I really, 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 really want to be able to breed them. So I really want to keep them penned up. So we'll see how that goes. I got the peahen the other day, and of course, right away the boys were putting on quite the show. And she was born on the 4th of July, so she's
a little bit older than them.
not that much though, but she's significantly smaller because she's a female. And their tail feathers are starting to come in. They've been strutting, doing their display, and they do the juvenile peacocks do this. It almost sounds like a goose. It's like a honking. It's like a. I can't do it, but it's like. It sounds like
Try that again. That's awesome.
It's like this.
Dude,
weird,
no, really, do it again.
It's like this weird, but it's more honky. It sounds like a goose. It's weird, but anyway, I think it's cute, but that's what it sounds like. Sort of, not at all. But but there you have it.
So we are gonna shoot a little. Did you tell them while I was playing with the dogs? We have to fix something over on the peacock enclosure this afternoon. So we're gonna shoot a little bit over there, and we'll post that in the next few days. So somebody had mentioned that we still had not yet posted anything of the peacocks. We're also going to shoot in the brooder. We got the brand new baby chicks in there. Did you mention that while I was playing with dogs?
I did.
So I should probably just let you continue on with the program.
Okay, sorry.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know, that's all right. Well, you weren't here to pay attention, so that's okay. Wakey, I know we don't have the safety harness and everything while she's swinging over here, so she's hopefully, CPS is not going to come to the door and take her away.
Yeah, that's not an OSHA certified rig there.
We built that ourselves, so it could fall at any moment. No, it's
right.
Pretty good. I think we're safe. But
there's about 4 bags of concrete in there.
Big Wave Rider says your body language is bizarre right now. I don't know what that means.
Who, mine?
Yes.
What's up with my body language,
I don't
dog?
know. We're both trying to squint and read the screen right now, which might be part of why I think we're going like this a little bit because there's a little bit of a glare since we're outside, so that might be part of the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here, let me work on my body language, dog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is this better for you?
There we go.
I can't read from back here.
I know, right?
I'm gonna give me some of those Coke bottles.
Calvin says PETA and vegans have joined to attack YouTubers who are living in real life, and it's just sad that they have to think everyone should live the life they want them to live. I agree with you, Calvin. There's been a few vegans that have left comments, although I'm assuming they're vegan. Some of them are just people that are like, how can you do that? Just buy your meat at the store kind of people.
Those people blow my mind.
Right. But I always make sure that in those comments that I respond with, it's like, you know, I explain to them what this is and how this works, and you know that these animals have better lives, and I respect your way of life. You need to respect this way of life that has been around forever. You know, raising your own food and hunting for your own food is kind of how we started out, people. There weren't grocery stores, you know. But some people forget that. So, and that's okay. But we're here to remind you that there's, you know, if God forbid, you know, something terrible happens and there's no electricity, there's no grocery stores, there's, you know, what's those, the SHTF situations.
Well, that was a tough one, wasn't it?
I can't think of like abbreviations. I can type them like nobody's business, but it's like I can't do it.
Look, when
But
you've got a hog over there, and the grid goes down, and you know you can't go and buy hog food, right? All you do is let it out. That thing, the amount of grubs that it would dig up over here on what I maintain as a manicured yard, that thing would stay alive no problem till we got hungry,
right.
and then it wouldn't stay alive.
Well, and then also, you know, you've got chickens that you can eat, and even the laying hens. You know, you keep a certain amount to keep the eggs, but then you can also, you know, butcher a few of your laying hens, and then you can also feed, you know, after you make a stock and whatever, you can feed the remainder of the bones that have been cooked out and stuff, and little bits that you're not keeping that you strain out to your hog, you know.
As a hunter, I say get a grip, people. Are you talking to us, Skip?
No. I think
No,
he
okay.
means he's
Those
talking about
people.
the vegans.
Okay.
I don't think he's referring to us.
All right.
He gets all.
I'm trying
He's
to
like,
figure out.
no!
Seems like we're agreeing here, but whatever.
Yeah, no, that's true. There is no talking to most of the people that feel that way. And a lot of them, it's like, I question, it's like, I'd like to look in their closet and see if they have leather shoes, or, you know, because I don't think that they realize, you know, or they still, maybe they're vegetarian, but they're not vegan, and they're still buying eggs of chickens that are kept in horrible conditions and that have been processed and that are bleached bright white that they don't realize, you know. So anyway, that's just my personal take on that, but that's okay. So there we go. But anyway, so that's what we're going to be working on today. We're going to shoot a few other things today, and we're going to have some other stuff that we've got.
Yeah, we've got some cleanup to do over here. We've got Frankie's birthday party coming up in a few weeks, so we've got a lot of cleanup over on that side to do. Yeah, and then we've got to fix the peafowl hen, shoot something in the brooder. Peafowl hen, peafowl pen. Say that 3 times fast. Somebody's doing that right now.
Right.
And I really do want to load a video within the next couple of days of our brooder, because I was actually emailing with Keeping It Dutch this last week about the chicken tractor. He had commented on one of our videos from last summer with our chicken tractor and asked a couple questions. So I emailed him, and we were chatting back and forth about the meat birds. I know he's doing meat birds right now as well, or he's getting them like this week or something. So anyway, we just got our first batch of 50. So I'll post that,
and
show that brooder.
We've got them staggered a month out, so they'll be ready at about 4 weeks. They're usually ready to be moved out to pasture into the chicken tractor. So I've got them coming, another batch of 50 coming 4 weeks from now. And I have my brooder split, so I can, if I needed to, if I wanted to add an extra few birds at a different stage, I can, and then I can mix them together or separate them out as far as pasturing some and doing that. So there's always that. Joe, yes, I know I chatted with you earlier via the comments about she used to live in California, and she was saying how much she missed it, and now she's in Georgia and then moved into the city, but she I believe it's Georgia. Sometimes I try to keep them on the comments, but sometimes I get, you know.
Hey, Steven, we're ignoring Steven Stevens, the 2 first names Stevens from Australia.
Yes, Australia can definitely get a shout out, since my name is Cindy.
Come on. Good night, Mike.
Good night, Mike. And I also have a rose-breasted cockatoo named Melbourne. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Over there, they're like pigeons, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah.
But.
Over here, they're like pigeons, too.
Over here, well.
In a cage.
Pigeons in a cage, yes. So there's that. But yeah, so anyway, that's kind of what's on the agenda for today. And we just wanted to let you guys know that I think partially too. I'm sure it didn't hurt. That video that we did, that we posted talking about how we were in YouTube jail due to the hog slaughtering video, we had quite an outpouring of support. I was quite surprised. We literally, that video was up for a few days and I already had hundreds of comments, like the amount of comments that I would have on a video that had been up for a couple of weeks, and I was just constantly answering. So I really want to, you know, thank you guys, you subscribers, and you guys that watched, that commented with your support about, you know, what we're doing and trying to educate people who want to, you know, think about where their food comes from and how their animals are raised and treated, and how to do these things and how to take care of them. It's not for everybody. And just because you eat meat and can't raise it yourself, because either you have a hard time doing it or you're living in a city, you know, it's not for everybody. But being educated about where your food comes from, that's something that's universal. We need to know what we're putting in our bodies.
Yeah, and you have the option to support local farmers at that point,
right?
You know, and you know, I fully understand YouTube's stance on, you know, having to keep their advertisers happy, because if their advertisers don't want to advertise on their platform, then they don't make any money, and they are a business. But you know, that was a video that we had opted to not monetize and age restrict on purpose. So there was zero reason, in my opinion, for them to do that, and a lot of people agreed. You know, there are a few people that disagree, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree, but anyway, we'll move on from that because it's in the rearview mirror now.
There we go. Yeah, so we're out of jail. So I got my file and I worked at it slowly for a while, and now we're good to go. So anyway, so there you have it. So make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, and click that bell so you get the notifications when we do post new material and when we do go live. And we're going to go get busy filming some other things for a few other videos that we're working on. And
it's too bad it's such an ugly day outside today to be working.
It's chilly. It's a little chilly, but it's actually considerably warmer than it was yesterday. But yeah, it's not bad today. It's supposed to rain day after tomorrow, so we'll see. But hopefully it won't be too much of a mudslide situation again. I'm not excited about that, but yeah. Do we sell what, Mark? Retail or wholesale? The things that we raise here, you mean?
We do sell the poultry, but only locally. I mean, we couldn't like ship it. That would be.
Yeah, honestly, you have to keep it. You have to keep it local when it's a small operation like this. So that's what we do. It's, you know, people that we know, or word of mouth, or local community boards, and that's how we.
We're actually not allowed legally to sell it outside of the state either. We can do 1,000 birds a year, and it has to be. There's rules. You know, we have to be the ones that process it. We can't hire somebody, and it has to be sold within the area. We can sell it to a local restaurant, but it can't be a restaurant that is a chain that maybe has, you know, a location outside of our area, because we can't risk, because you know, the meat being used outside of our area. It's just, you know, that's all a bunch of laws. But anyway, we do sell it.
Dave, my can, yes. So this has been my current for quite a while, my White Claw hard seltzer. This is my first one of the day, by the way, you guys, and it's, you know, Sunday afternoon. It's a weekend, so I know a lot of you are like, I never see her without that. There's only actually been a few videos where I actually have a drink in my hand, if you go back and look, but of course, whatever. I get slammed for everything.
Those happen to be the videos that got the most views.
I know. My clothes are too tight, or it's like, it could be 112 degrees outside and I can be in a tank top and shorts and I'm Satan, but whatever. So I get picked on for all kinds of things, but that's all right. I don't, you know, it is what it is.
What's a big World Wide Web out there? It's like all these trollers.
All these trolls.
We built a bridge.
There's a lot of bridges. Yep. So anyway, guys, we're going to go get to work doing other stuff now. And thanks for hanging out with us for part of your Sunday. And there we go. So take care, and we'll see you on the flip side. And I'm going to hit the button now.
Hit the button.
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 I can't see the button.
Hit the button. Frankie, hit the button.
Okay.